about knee shield because it's my knees working here. So quick review about what we're working. We split his body in the middle here. Oh, 50% to my right side, 50% to my left side. What is my goal here? That's not a right position for the knee. If I think about shoulder, hip, or ribs, that makes sense. These will be mobile. Depends what you're looking for. But I will do my best to avoid my knee to cross the line. Does that make sense? If I think about shield or block the opponent crossing the line, it will be easy for him to drive your leg down and smash your legs. And something you don't want when you do open guard is let people put your legs together like that. Does that make sense? For some moments, you're gonna do a sweep or apply something different, but we're gonna cross and do something, that's fine. But you're gonna do your best if you think about block and guard retention to keep the knee behind that. Any area, ups and downs are fine. We always attention to don't step here on the hip bone or on the ribs when he can apply a steamer lock foot here. The foot lock very strong, so you don't want to step, you want to keep your knee on that, right? When you talk about my body mobility here, we can try to simplify that in some ways to move. When I will think about rotation, when my body will be rolling to one side or to the other, and every time you apply that, you think about keep your body on the same alignment. What this means? Low body, top body. Legs, hips, top body. If you start to twist that, this is not good. What this means? I'm on the same alignment. If I start to rotate my top body, my leg is still, this is not good. I'm in a weak position, I'm not comfortable. Does that make sense? Hard to move, hard to control. So you want to rotate. If you decide to rotate, your legs and hips should follow that. Does that make sense? That's why sometimes you're gonna avoid to be locking your foot here behind. Because if you lock that, you're gonna be stuck here and you just move your top body. Does that make sense? So your foot's free here, give you the ability to move better in a rotation or an angle aspect. We're gonna think about close the angle or open the angle. Is the reference here? We talk about angles here. Does that make sense? If you think about close the angle for any reason, and we're gonna see with momentos, you're gonna have the opportunity to doing that, okay? Avoid to short, to fold, to shrink your body when you do that. Does that make sense? Because if you do that, you're gonna lose the strength on your block. Every time you shrink or bend my body like that, it's easy for him to drive my leg down, my leg will be weak. So if you decide to do that for any position you're looking for, make sure you still have a strength on your back. Does that make sense? So I will do that with a good alignment. Because if you try to drive that, I extend, this is too strong. Does that make sense? If I fold it here, I doesn't have that. So I can open the angle, I can close the angle, I can rotate. We can think about vertical aspect here, when sometimes if you go up, this means you're gonna sit up to do something. I sit up on my elbow or on my hands. When do I will sit up? Let's say I have one hand on the collar and I want to look to make that hand zip like a choke. I can sit up, make that hand zip. Does that make sense? Then I can drag him down or I can attack the neck. I also cannot forget about the horizontal mobility here. When I go up and down, north and south, let's call it that way. Sometimes he will be heavy on me, I start to go up, north, let's call it that way. Does that make sense? Or I go south, if I think about get a sneak underhook. Sometimes when my arms will be low, he starts to smash here, I go lower here to get my underhook. Does that make sense? So this will be, let's say, my right way to move. If you keep on the aspect, and we're gonna drill that to try to keep your mind to don't fold your body, to don't twist your body, to don't be pushing your partner, or you're gonna get tired. Make sure you are working with your body here. Does that make sense? With rotation, with a good alignment. South, horizontal aspect, I go down. Or north, if I need to move up. If I'm gonna close my angle here, I don't shrink my body, but I move. Not good body mobility, does that make sense? Yes, so that will be my main mobility. The person on top will be on a position.
Yes, sir.
Exactly like we were drilling last week. Remember, my toes will be on the ground, and I will just move a little bit. I will not really try to pass or be aggressive or expose on him, but I want to move with him. When I will drive my body weight, when he can feel my balance, he can get the opportunity. I step, he can grab the opportunity to short the angle, sometimes get underneath, I will move him. Sometimes I will check his legs if he's not in bad position or not. Does that make sense? I will be making my partner moving here a little bit. And he will be doing that job. Also think about when you block, not push, block. Control the shoulders there. Why the shoulders? He have the knee. If I using my right shoulder here, and I rotate that down, it's gonna start to bring some pressure to bring this leg down. Yes or no? Even if I doesn't have my hand. Why should I block that shoulder if I were using that one? Yes, but the main thing to him to be holding the collar or just blocking, he don't need to grip. And I don't want you guys using grippers now, I just want you guys to think about block. Is to don't allow that shoulder to coming down. Because if you don't block that, and I start to rotate around, and then a lot of people call that like a swimming move. When I drive, look at my shoulder, look at my shoulder, look at my shoulder. And shifting my hip together in virtual half guard. Does that make sense? If that shoulder doesn't go, I can't get there. So it's blocking. There are two motions. Does that make sense? And what is his arms will be doing? He'll be playing smart. He will cover the air. He will protect himself. Sometimes I can try to hit the collar, he will be blocking. He don't need to grab, but he will be blocking. If he doesn't block, I can have the hand on the collar, I'm stronger than him, sometimes I can bring that shoulder to me, sometimes I can get access on the head, so that's why he will be blocking. So you on bottom, you're gonna pay a lot of attention on that too. Shoulder, shoulder, block your arm. Does that make sense? So if I disengage, he will just move, move. If I start to get on that, he block the shoulders, he block the arms. Does that make sense? That's your mobility on bottom. Let's make them pass 1 minute. 1, 2, 3.